Please keep the following question in mind during the entirety of this video. How did the Maritime Revolution change the sailing technologies, maps, trade routes, and motives of China, Spain, and Portugal?
To start off, we'll be discussing the various Indian Ocean basin voyages of Zhang He. The new Chinese Ming dynasty sought to demonstrate newfound power and expand the trade of their empire. With the addition of a slight curiosity in the area called the Indian Ocean Basin, it was decided that sending an enormous fleet of sailing vessels on various voyages in this area would be a good idea. The current Ming Emperor Yongle appointed Chinese Muslim Zhang He as the admiral in charge of these voyages.
Bring me Zhang He.
Yes, Emperor.
Yes, Emperor, what do you need?
Take this money and 62 junks to the Indian Ocean Basin for an expedition. Oh, and take these silks.
What's all this?
Gifts.
Okay.
The many voyages of Zhang He between 1405 to 1433 consisted of several junks, also called treasure ships, which each had 9 masts, 12 sails made of pleated bamboo matting, a stern rudder, watertight interior bulkheads, and a carrying capacity of 3,000 tons. These ships typically carried silks and other goods meant to be delivered as gifts to the rulers of distant lands. The rulers for whom these gifts had been intended usually sent gifts back to the Emperor of China, invigorating trade between the two countries.
During his expeditions, Zhang He's Arabic-speaking Chinese interpreters recorded local customs, beliefs, floras, and faunas in journals. One of the many things noted by Zhang He on his expedition was the caste system of India, which divided the population into 4 Varna classes: Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra, and a separate Muslim class.
Opposition from high Chinese officials eventually caused the end of Zhang He's voyages in the Indian Ocean Basin. His final expedition ended in 1433.
Moving on to the Maritime Revolution in Europe, specifically the Iberian kingdoms of Portugal and Spain, where there were strong alliances between rulers, merchants, and an abundance of achievements by explorers.
Prince Henry of Portugal, nicknamed Henry the Navigator, contributed immensely to the development of maritime technologies, the study of navigation, and the maritime achievements of Portugal after the capture of Ceuta in 1415. Although never going on any explorations himself, Prince Henry was tempted by the possibility of converting Africans to Christianity, discovering new places, and establishing new contacts and trading partners, and therefore devoted his life to promoting explorations. He did this by founding a center of research at Sagres with the aim of collecting geographical information from sailors and travelers and freely sponsoring new expeditions to explore the Atlantic.
Under Prince Henry, Portugal made advances in maritime technologies, inventing technologies such as the magnetic compass, the astrolabe, and the caravel, a new sailing vessel that had both speed and power. It discovered new passages to the Indian Ocean through the funding of the explorations of Estevão Gomes, Bartolomé Dias, and Vasco da Gama, and conquered new territories such as São Tomé, which became a major sugar producer, and Brazil, which provided Europeans with cotton, tobacco, sugar, and silver in return for manufactured goods. The voyages of the Portugal included several Christian missionary trips, in which the Portuguese would attempt to convert Africans, Amerindians, and Asians to Christianity. Much of Africa converted to Christianity, though some, such as the Kingdom of Benin, which provided Portugal with pepper, ivory, and slaves in return for copper, brass, fine textiles, and a horse, resisted converting to the Catholic faith.
One certain persistent Genoese mariner attempted to gain funding from Portuguese authorities, but was twice rejected.
Who is it?
Hello, King of Portugal. My name is Christopher Columbus. Would you be interested in funding my expedition?
You're crazy. Go away.
Wait, no! Please?
You challenge the king?
Please,
Hold this about Columbus again. Who is it?
Please, King Portugal, please fund for my expedition.
I thought I told you no.
Please, no, please.
A horse?
A horse just for you. Yes, please. Please.
What's this? This is a fake horse.
But please, I can explain. Please, just fund me.
Eventually, Columbus was able to gain funds for a modest expedition from the King and Queen of Aragon, Spain.
Hello, King and Queen in Spain. Would you like to fund for my western expedition of Asia?
You like some mints?
I got some Savannah Smiles. Thank you so much. Thank you. Finally.
Columbus set sail in August 1492, keeping a record of each day in a journal. The entry of October 12, 1492 describes the arrival of Columbus's ships to a small island in the Bahamas, which was called Guanahani by the natives living there. The explorers described the natives as ignorant, or to quote them, race of people poor in everything. They also observed that the natives would make useful, intelligent, and submissive servants who seemed to have no personal beliefs.
Captain, where are we?
I think we are here. East Indies.
Because the maps of his time were inaccurate and did not include the Western Hemisphere, Columbus believed that he had landed in the West Indies rather than the Bahamas. This led him to call natives of this land Indians rather than Native American.
Hello, Native American. Would you like to trade those potatoes for my domestic animals?
Yes.
Thank you.
Horse.
The arrival of Christopher Columbus to the Americas ended the indigenous population's former period of isolation and introduced new plants, animals, and diseases. However, these non-native plants and animals had a negative effect on the ecosystems of the Americas, and the introduction of new diseases brought over from Europe decimated the populations of natives. Columbus also brought Native American crops such as maize and potatoes back with him to Europe, which ended up increasing Europe's populations. Columbus's discovery of the Americas also prompted conquistadors such as Hernan Cortes and Francisco Pizarro to travel to the Americas with the intent of claiming the lands of native empires, such as those of the Mayas and the Aztecs, as their own.
In conclusion, the voyages of explorers such as Zhang He, Vasco da Gama, Christopher Columbus, Hernan Cortes, and Francisco Pizarro called for new maritime technologies to be invented, unified the eastern and western hemispheres of the world, and changed the maps of the world into what they are today.